Alright, so let's give this a go then. Welcome everyone to Pentiment. This is a game that I have really wanted to try out to some extent or other. It's an Obsidian game. It is interesting because not only is it a game that's apparently heavily inspired by Umberto Eco's The Name of the Rose, I think that's what it's called, which is a murder mystery set in a monastery. But it's also a game that is very heavily inspired by the material culture of the medieval world, and I think that's really cool. Everyone who's played it says it's really great. I'm looking forward to it. It was one of Obsidian's lesser known titles, and I'm looking forward to seeing what happens with this. As you can see, I have played it before, but that was probably last year. I actually cannot remember what date that is, or maybe that was this year. I'm not quite sure. I don't remember anything about the game. Because I think I was just testing it out to play it and make sure I can play and stuff. I am playing offline because the apartment I'm in right now, for some reason, the internet will not actually connect to my room. So this is the best we get for right now. Let's see. I was turning this up a little bit. Turning this up a little bit. That should be better. Yeah. All right. Well, let's do a new game. And okay, so 22. So almost 2 years ago. Got it. Now we can delete that because I can't really remember anything. And here we go. All right, this game uses stylized fonts and writing effects that may be difficult for some readers. The easy read fonts option improves legibility by disabling some fonts and writing effects. Peasant script, scribe script, humanist script, monastic script, printer type. Let's go with stylized fonts. That seems fun. I apologize for anyone who doesn't want the thing, but I think this would just be more kind of fun. Pentiment automatically saves your progress as you play the game. Got it. Alright, what do we got? Oh. So we got a stone. Is this erasing something? It is. Okay. In principio erat verbum et verbum erat apud Deum et Deus erat veridium. Guess I don't know Latin, so it would not be a thing. Oh, they don't let me do the whole thing. Alright, let's see how this goes. Oh, the entire... It's all getting deleted. Great music already. Looks like mathematical equations. Oh, I love the art design right here for very much. Oh, musical scores. Oh, little edits and stuff. That's really cute. In-universe edits is really funny. Don't know what the fingers are for, but... Thank you, Josh Sawyer, for being narrative director. We're in Tassing, Bavaria, Holy Roman Empire, April 1518. An artist sleeps. An artist's mind. And the abbot said to me, Andreas... it's like that edit. And the abbot said to me, Andreas, click underlined words to access glossary. Glossary. Who is that? Glossary. I'm trying to figure that out real quick. What are you? It's really cool. This storytell thing is really neat. Andreas habits, okay. Oh man, look at the details on this. But who is Brother Piero? Piero means clown, right? Or like jester or fool. So I'm guessing it's that. So I'm guessing it's this dude right here. All right. Well, that's enough for that. And the abbot said to me, Andreas, I need you to fit. I don't want you distracting the sisters in the library. Heh. Up to the devil's work again, are you? Says Saint Groban. You just don't encourage him. Oh, and we're having a conversation with Socrates. Devotion to one's work can yield the pleasures of the mind superlative to those of the body. Either you need to spend time with more exciting lovers, or I need to teach you how to work the Socrates way. Professor John, how did you reply to the abbot, Andreas? I apologized and said I'd be more mindful. It takes great fortitude to be attentive to yourself and your work. Especially when there are pretty nuns around. Must you make everything perverse? Ah, yes. It is virtuous to focus on your work, but the abbot cannot hold you responsible for the feelings of the sisters. Despite the abbot's ire, you must endure. Soon you will have finished both the abbot's work as well as your masterpiece. And then you will return to Nuremberg, where marriage and your new life as a master await you. So, does this actually do anything for me? Oh, Nuremberg, a free imperial city of the Holy Roman Empire, major trade center, and a city of arts, including printing, and famous for other reasons very much later on down the line. Yes, marriage to someone he has never met. Hardly ideal. Actually, I'm really liking the details on some of this, on a lot of this, like the detail work on this. This is very much feels like a medieval painting. Well, the alternative is becoming a philosopher. Oh, Jesus, then you should definitely get married. Is she pretty at least? Oh, they have a glossary entry for Jesus, that's funny. Let's see what... Is she pretty at least? That's what my brother said in his letters, but maybe he's just trying to lift my spirits. It is growing late. The wheel of time stops for no man, Andreas. I fear you must leave us. Ah, true, your majesty. Will you visit us again soon? Well, I can't always dream of this place, your majesty. Of course. If you are not here tomorrow night, I pray you will be someplace as pleasant. Grobian, please see Andreas safely home. Of course, your majesty. Until next time, Andreas. Until next time, your majesty. Pay no mind to the other fools, Andreas. Ah, that's funny. Yeah, fuck him up. Fuck him up. Ah, they're having a good time. I never do. Ow! At least I would if they'd stop stepping on my feet. Watch where you're going. They're fools, Andreas. No point in trying to teach them anything. I know old John wants you to endure the abbot's shit, but since I take you home, I get the last word. Don't let him run you ragged, boy. He's just trying to keep order in the abbey. I'm an outsider. Right, an outsider he brought in. If he wants your work, he has to deal with you as you are. Ow! Motherfucker. Ah! Would you please stop? Ow! Toss him overboard. I give up. Take me home, Grobian. As you wish, Andreas. Aw, what an adorable child. Good morning, Ursula. Good, Ander. Oh, that's cute. Oh, look at the little thing. That's adorable. Well, time to get up. Chapter 1, The Baron, April 1815. Quick journal to access journal tab to access quests. Another day, another few pages for the abbot, and hopefully a few for myself. I need to get across town and head up to the abbey so I can start work at the scriptorium. Ooh, the scriptorium. Can I get here? Ex Libris. Andreas Maler from Nuremberg. Not much else. Maps. Ooh. Ooh, that's interesting. That's neat. So outer Yasfing or Tasfing? I'm not sure. So we're in the Gertner farm, I believe. Yeah, so we have that, the Roman ruins, the mill, the outer farm, to the abbey. Oh, there's a lot of stuff to do here. Oh, so this is, oh, so there's outer Tasfing, then there's Tasfing. It's a ruined blacksmith farm, southwest to the farms. Kiersau Abbey. Ooh, yeah, ooh, that's beautiful. I'm looking forward to seeing all this stuff. And then Europe. Just Europe. Tassing, that's what it's called, okay. Buddha and Pest. Krakow, Nuremberg. Ah, we're not too far from Nuremberg. Is there anyone else I recognize? Salzburg. I recognize Salzburg. And then there's Venice and Kempten. So, I wonder if we end up going to a lot of all these places, or if we just kind of stay in this, like, area around Tassing. That'd be neat. Alright, so people. So I have Brother Piero of Verona. Artist of Kiersau Abbey, known for his kindness and helpful nature, Brother Piero is also respected as a master painter, specializing in works of extraordinary color. Ooh. And then Ursula Gertnerin, daughter of Peter and Clara, half-sister of Eva and Big Georg. Good to know. Glossary. Nuremberg. Okay. Neat. So all that's out of the way. So you are... Oh, I do like the different pages of things. There's a chameleon, there's a donkey, chicken. That's neat. What else we got? That's the map again? Yeah, that's the map. Okay. Well, let's just click on stuff and see what we see. I should really clean this up. Ah, he does have a messy area. The Picatrix, Key of Solomon, the Heptameron, Prior Ferenc keeps giving me all these books to read. Ferenc. Would be this gentleman? Is that a new glossary entry then? People. Prior Ferenc of Pex. Originally from Hungary, Ferenc is the prior of Kiersau Abbey and is responsible for running the scriptorium. Known for his interest in esoteric books. Okay. A heretic! Can I go to bed? I'm not tired yet. Perhaps after Compline. I have no idea what Compline is. I apologize if I screw up the names of anything in here. You'll just have to make do. Hey, Ursula. Wanna have a chat? Okay, so can't really talk with them. Oh. Okay, so tab does that, and there's a different page every time you do that? That's neat. That's really cool. Oh, these details are really cool. Let's see. Let's talk to Clara. Good morning, Andreas. Did you sleep well? Quite well, actually. Thank you. Oh, I'm so glad to hear it. Anyway, I know you'll be off to the Abbey, so I packed you some food. Almonds, cheese, and some of the rye you like from the Albans. Otto wanted me to ask you to join him for dinner at the Abbey. Otto is... Who's this gentleman? Okay, I'll look at him later. Otto stopped by. Yes, around dawn. I don't know why I gave her this accent. I don't know. Here you are, Andreas. That's too kind of you, Clara. Many thanks. Master Andreas, if it wouldn't be too much trouble, could could we... Would it be too much trouble if you paid next month's rent today? And if we raised it by 2 groschen? I have no idea how much a groschen is, but it's probably a type of thick silver coin minted throughout the Holy Roman Empire. Groschen are typically worth 12 pfennigs, but may be minted at different values. Gotcha. I hate to ask, but we're behind on our taxes to the Abbey. 2 months behind. Peter's losing his hair over it. Even more than usual, I mean. Peter, I'm guessing, is the husband? Yeah, okay. I'm not sure how. I'm not sure how to respond to this. Rent wasn't due until the beginning of May. Oh, interesting. So you have, like, you're basically your shoulder angels and shoulder devils. You must take the consequences of inaction into account. You are under no obligation to pay, but the Gurners will suffer for it. Gertners will suffer for it. I want to help them, but I don't want to be taken advantage of. I suppose that's not out of the question. Yes, I think I can manage that. We're so grateful, truly, Andreas. I apologize again for asking. It's just awful to be stuck in such a position. Our taxes get harder to pay every year. Peter works hard, but it just never seems like it is enough. Saint Luke bless you for your helping us out. I'm guessing Saint Luke, yeah. Christian evangelist and patron saint of artists and physicians, often represented by a winged bull. Neat. This is going to be a great experience, I can already tell. Speaking of Saint Luke, how is your masterpiece coming along? It's been 2 months now, hasn't it? Slowly, I'm afraid. Most of my days are spent working doing work for the Abbey. It's only during the Divine Office that Prior Ferenc allows me to work on my masterpiece. Divine Office is... So Ferenc, and the prayer times observed by all Christian monastic orders, monks and nuns prayed together 7 times a day and once at night as dictated by the rule of Saint Benedict. That's... I do remember reading... I do remember that from the thing, because I lived close to a cathedral that was a monastery for monks for quite a while, so they do have a lot of the history for that too, so it's really cool seeing how well they engage with that. Sorry, water break. A reasonable restriction, but slow going. The city council doesn't require it to become a master. I'm making it mostly to show clients and for my own sake. And yes, when I do finish, I will go back to Nuremberg, where I will marry and open a workshop of my own. From Nuremberg to a university and now traveling the world as an artist. What a life you have ahead of you, Master Andreas. Yes, I suppose it does feel like I'm starting a new chapter in my life after a little too much fun. It must be rather frightening starting all over again. It is, but I know now that this is what I want to do. Not many people get to decide that. Certainly not anyone in Tassing. Anyway, I don't know anything about art, but I've seen you sketching up such beautiful things in your little book. Your masterpiece must be wonderful. It's getting there. Hard work will get you all the way. That's what my father used to say, rest his soul. Whoops. Now I have to get back to my own work. Have a good day at the Abbey, Andreas, and we'll see you after Vespers for supper. Vespers is monastic hour at dusk, one of the major prayer hours. It is followed by supper. Gotcha. Not tonight, but thank you. Klaus Drucker invited me over for supper. Klaus Drucker. This gentleman, okay. Of course. Please say hello to the Druckers for us. Of course. Until later, Clara. Okay, so leave the Gertner farm if I want to. I haven't talked to Eva yet. Hello, Andreas. Hello, Clara. Can you spare a moment to chat? Of course, Andreas. How can I help? You said you were behind on taxes to the Abbey. Exactly how much are you short? Oh, well, about 2 guldens worth. Goldens worth. Gold coins used as currency throughout the Roman Empire, Holy Roman Empire. Though different standards exist for the golden in different regions, it is generally equivalent to the Florentine florin. If you can't pay your rent early, that's alright. I'm sure we can find some way to pay the abbot. I'm happy to contribute whatever I can. I know times are hard for you right now. You have a good heart, Andreas, but I'm afraid I can't accept. Peter's too proud of a man to ask for charity while there's still ground to be said. I like that it has typos and misspellings that it immediately corrects because this is a text being written as is. That's really a cool idea. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have asked you about the rent in the first place. You're young and have your own life ahead. I'm happy to play early, Clara. You've been good host to me, and I can do without more than your family. Bless you, Andreas. Don't mention this to Peter, all right? He would hate to know I'd told you about our troubles. God. He won't know a thing. Thank you, Andreas. Until later, Clara. Any more to talk with? Okay, nothing much more. Okay, let's head out. Oh, look at all these people. There's a cat with a rocket jar. That's amazing. Alright, so let's go to the glossary, because we have new people to do. We have Big Jorg, the son of Peter Gertner and his late wife Christine, called Big because he is the biggest man in town. Okay. Clara Gertnerin, second wife of Peter Gertner, mother of Ursula, known for her kindness and her concern for her husband's health. Klaus Drucker. Well, let's go look at the last of the Gertnerins. Daughter of Peter Gertnerin and his late wife, Christine, Eva was largely raised by her brother and father. And then Klaus Drucker is the Tassing town printer, husband to his wife Marie and father to Berthold. Although Tassing is an unusual place for a printing press, he does brisk trade with pilgrims and other travelers on the Imperial Road. Okay. Then we have Otto Zimmermann, town carpenter and son of old Otto, known for his dislike of the Abbey, especially Father Gernot. Peter Gertner, husband of Clara, father of Big Jorg, Eva, and Ursula, known for his temper and his dislike of the Abbey and oh, so people don't like the Abbey. Interesting. Interesting. Then we have Compline, monastic hour corresponding to 8 p.m., one of the few little hours of prayer. The monks and nuns retired to their dormitory shortly afterwards. Okay, neat. Can I speak with people? Doesn't look like I can. Do I want to go... So the Gertner farm is down here. So the Gertner farm is here, which means I can run into a bunch of people on the way. Hello, Peter. Andreas. Okay, so he doesn't want to talk. What about you, sir? I can't speak to Jorg, it looks like. Ill Peter. God bless you, Andreas. Oh, yes, Andreas. This weather's been god-awful. This town's gone to shit since my days. Were things very different when you were young? As different as beer and piss. I mean, to some people, they're both equivalent. I like the designs of the pigs in the background, too. The old abbot didn't bother us much about our customs. He didn't mind if we left a little offering to Perkta to keep the skies clear, the weather fair. Perkta, so is this one of the pagan gods? Pagan goddess of the Alps, associated with animals and spinning wool. She is still invoked by some Christians in Austria, Switzerland, Bavaria, and Swabia. Ooh, interesting. Neat. So she was turned into like a patron saint, maybe? Neat. Take a little drink. Feeling a little under the weather, so I need a drink. Some more. Come on. Okay. Water's down. Alright, we're back. Matthias knew that Christ was in our hearts, even if the White Lady's name was on our lips. St. Moritz. St. Moritz is the patron saint of Tassing. Legend states he was the Egyptian-born commander of a Roman legion who converted to Christianity. They were all martyred for their faith. His hand is a relic in Kiersau's shrine. I thought St. Moritz protected Tassing. Whoops. Yes, and Saint Satya too. But who do you think protected it before they came along? One of Tassing's patron saints, Satya was a local pagan and converted to Christianity and miraculously aided St. Moritz's soldiers with food in the dead of winter. She was martyred for her actions. The saints weren't the first to watch over Tassing. My father knew that. Old Ranig Kemper knew that. The late husband of Ottilia, who I don't know yet. That bastard abbot may not like it, but some of us keep the traditions alive. What do these traditions entail? When you get up in the night to take a piss, go around the right side of the house and never go back the same way. That way the witches don't steal your soul. Oh, how interesting. Oh god, I should try pretend to cough. I might actually cough. I should go. I'm going to imitate Shepard, Commander Shepard from the far future. Alright, God bless you. That was interesting. Can I talk with him more? Guess not. But how many more new entries have I gotten for that? Not what I wanted to do. Whoops. Ill Peter Gertner. The elderly father of Peter Gertner. Ill Peter is perpetually on death's door, but continues to work the field in spite of it. He is the eldest man in town. Oh, so he's like, what, 50? Okay, the sheep are barring my way that way, so I guess... Oh, that makes sense. They want me to go kind of do a loop around town so that I can actually, like, interact with a bunch of the people here. Morning, Andreas. Morning, Big York. How's it going? You working today? Just taking a rest for a bit. Dad's still in the field. He hit a big rock with the plow, and it took me God knows how long to pull it out. Lord knows how long to pull it out. You off to the Abbey? Oh, every day but Sunday. Right. Thank God for Sundays. Smells like a storm's coming, no? Huh. Just smells like fresh alpine air to me. You've been traveling too much. Where was it you spent your wanderjahre before you came to Tassing? Wanderjahre, your wanderlust or whatever? Wandering years during which a journeyman, artist, or craftsman travels far and wide to improve their skills. Oh, gotcha. Okay, so I have some choices. Pick a background that will affect your character's choices going forward. Press and hold to confirm your choice. So I have 3 choices. Basel, the Low Countries, or Italy. So Andreas knows some French and Italian and can reference cultural touchstones from Basel and nearby Bern, Zurich, and Freiburg. The Low Countries. Andreas knows some Dutch and French and can reference cultural touchstones from Antwerp, Bruges, and Ghent. Andreas knows Italian, a little Greek, and can reference cultural touchstones from Florence, Venice, and Milan. Ooh, these are all good choices. I kinda like this. So I get Italian and French and cultural touchstones from like the Switzerland area. These I would get for like Belgium, Dutch, like that area, Bruges, like Belgium, and then Italy. I think... You know what? I'm actually going to leave this one up to a die roll. Because it's hard, because they all sound really cool. So, 1 second. Wish I had a camera to put on it right now. But, okay, so I have a D6 in my hand. 1 to 2 is Basel. 3 to 4 is the Low Countries. And 5 to 6 is Italy. 2. So I went to Basel for my Wanderjahr. Over in Switzerland, Basel. Basel, mostly. Swiss air must be different, then. Spend enough time in these mountains and you'll be able to smell a storm coming. How long will that take? 10, 15 years? I don't think I have that long, Big Yorg. What'd you spend all that time in Switzerland doing, anyway? Other than not, I mean. Okay, pick a background. So, hedonist. Andreas seeks out pleasure wherever he goes. He is extremely social and experienced in all of the enjoyable vices of the world. Craftsman. Andreas lives to work and dedicates all of his time to art. Bookworm. Andreas spends all of his non-working free time finding and reading as many books as he possibly can. Rapscallion. Andreas is a penchant for getting involved in petty schemes, pranks, minor crimes, and fistfights, or businessman. Devotes much of his time to self-promotion, optimizing business expenses, making investments, and balancing books. I kind of want to go with Bookworm. This one's kind of easy for me. Reading mostly and talking about books. I couldn't get enough of it. Basel is a tremendous center for woodcut artists and printers. And the books they produce are treasures. Every one. I didn't realize that books meant that much to you. I've seen Father Thomas's Bible and a few other books. Haven't had much use for reading, though. Father Thomas, I'm guessing. Must be like the local pastor. Anyway, I have to get going. Jorg, let's go! Dad's already acting like I'm taking too long, even though I did all the work to get that rook out. See you later, Andreas. Until later. I'm feeling like if I'd chosen the Italy one, it would have given me some more inroads with the more religious side of things, because you have the Greek, you have the Italian. But I do think it's really, I did want to try to like choose it because they're all really good. Also, one of my friends is from Switzerland, so it'd be cool to see about that. Because her whole thing, one of my friends in the PhD history, and her thing is she's from Zurich and she studies like Zurich history. Oh. So, who do we have yet? Father Thomas Sprecher, town priest of Tassing, tends to his flock at Our Lady of the Labyrinth. Our Lady of the Labyrinth. Okay. Well, time to go. Here we... Lots of stuff going on here. Andreas. Oh, Andreas. Good timing. Do you have a moment to lend me a hand? Of course. Wonderful. I've got too many irons in the fire. Or rather, shoes. Horseshoes. I miscounted how many I put in. Now I need a hand, else they'll overheat and I won't be able to work the metal. Here, take the shoe and the tongs. Oh god, it's a mini game already. Put the hot pot of the shoe on the anvil and I'll hit it with the hammer. There we go. Okay, there we go. Good, good. Next one. Oh. Ah, well done. See? Short work. Thanks for the help, Andreas. I don't know what I was thinking doing all of those at once. Sure would be nice to have someone to help me out here, even every day. Have you considered an apprentice? I have. None of the boys in the village seem interested. Keep at them. I bet you could get Bert Drucker. Ha, Klaus would have my head if I tried. Anyway, I don't want to take up any more of your time. I'll see you and Otto up by the Abbey guest house for dinner. Until then. Well, that was random. That's a few more people. So we got the son of Klaus and Marie Drucker, Berthold. We have Andreas Schmidt, the Tassing town blacksmith. Andreas works near the town center most days. Lorenz Rothvogel, the Baron of Rothvogel from near Worms, patron of Kiersau Abbey, lover of books and art. And Niklaus Haberli, Swabian servant of Lorenz Roth... God, I'm going to be so bad at these names. 1 second. And we're back. Sorry about that. I had one of those moments where I had to sneeze, but it just didn't want to come out. Oh god, I hate those feelings. Okay, so, Andreas, so we know this bit. He's a bookworm, Basil. I guess, based off of what we have right here, we have a couple more things we can do for our origins. So, that'll be interesting. Andreas Smith's smithy. It's so much smaller than the one he uses at the Abbey. Okay, so he has work at both of them. The sheep bar my way here. It's going to be a veritable who's who of things around here. Can I interact with you? It does not look like it. Oh. Look at all these sheep. Martin, please, can you give me a hand here? What do you want? I'm keeping an eye on them. That looks a lot like standing there and doing nothing. Martin, for Christ's sake, help your cousin. Morning, Andreas. Excuse us. One of the fence rails fell and the sheep started hopping it. Should I offer to help? Perhaps. Helping others also helps us. It allows us to feel useful and take satisfaction in our work. Then again, I don't know anything about sheep, and I'd probably just get in their way. Is there something I can do to help? Have you ever handled sheep before? Well, no, no. Then no, but thank you, Christian of you to offer. Oh, look, there's something going on up at the Steiners' place. Who's that on the horse? Looks rich. I don't know, Martin, but Lucky is giving him an earful. Christ, I haven't seen Lucky that worked up since Peter and Clara's wedding, when Johann pulled his pants down. Clara... So all of those connected together, and then Johann... knocked two of my man's teeth out. You don't want to feel the strength behind a stonemason's anger. Do you think he's a noble? He looks really rich. God damn it, Martin. Stay out of trouble for once. What, Aunt Hetty? Behave yourself. Don't we have enough to deal with right now? Andreas, if you wouldn't mind moving your skinny little body up the road, we need to get these sheep under control. Of course, see you later. Help your aunt and cousin, alright? Eat shit, Andreas. I was just asking you politely, okay? What's so wrong with that? Can I go up? I cannot. So we'll keep going this way, I guess. And we're back. Sorry about that. I had to take a call. Oh, whoops. I didn't mean to... Shit. Alright, so let's keep going. Who are we gonna run into next? Got a lot of sheep going on here. I guess no one. Guess we're going up to the Priory. Or to the Abbey. Church and Druckers. The Drucker house is locked. I'm sorry, what? Oh, what was that about? Morning, Andreas. How is it going? Oh, is it because it was a different language, maybe? Morning, Klaus. Another day at the Abbey. Another few hours to work on my masterpiece. Good to hear. You still coming by for supper? Marie and Bert would love to see you. Ah, what a lovely family. You really need to see those new woodcuts I have for an Italian edition of Till Eulenspiegel. Oh, okay, I don't know what that is. So, the titular character of a popular 15th century book, Till is a prankster continuously exposing the vices and hypocrisy of others. He is also quite skilled at tricking people into smelling, touching, or eating his excrement. Charming. I didn't realize Father Thomas let you print books in Italian. Come on, Andreas, he's not that strict. I know he's just trying to protect people from adventure stories of questionable moral repute. He doesn't mind that so much, actually. No? As long as they don't get too carnal. Oh. So, supper tonight after Vespers? Of course, thank you. Great. I'll tell Marie and Bert you're coming. See you then. See you later. Let's add them to the list. I gotta keep remembering that tab does not actually do what I want it to do in that regard. So we have Marie Druckerin, block cutter and typecaster, wife of Klaus, mother of Berthold, and then Martin, son of Franz and Katbauer, husband of Brigitte, father of Wolf, known for his churlish youth and petty theft. Veronica, daughter of Johann and Hetty Bauer, sister of Hans, close friends with Brigitte Bannerin. I don't remember this person, but I'll trust that I've met them at some point. We have Linhart Lucky Steinauer, stonemason of Tassing, husband of Agnes, father of Brigitte, known for his great strength. Johannes Johann Bauer, brother of Franz Bauer, husband of Hetty Veronica. Johann is friendly with most of the families in town, but is determined to expand his farm. Fair. Then we have Hedwig Hetty Bannerin, wife of Johann Bauer, mother of Veronica and Hans. Townsfolk like Hetty, but she is known for being loud and brash and for drinking too much, which makes her louder and even more brash. Alright. Can I talk with Klaus more? Nope. Just saying morning to me. Oh, it's the, I remember you from somewhere. You're, shit, I could probably look it up here. Yeah, your father, Thomas. God bless, Master Maler. I hope your week is going well. Thank you, Father. It's going quite well. I'm just up on my way to Hill to get to work. Good, good. Andreas, I don't recall seeing you at church morning. I don't recall seeing you at Sunday morning mass. You understand how important it is for your salvation that you receive Holy Communion, don't you? I just stayed up late on Saturday. I don't want to get into arguments with him about this. Let's see. I do not like Grobian's responses. I'm not that, but... A man has many duties. Father Thomas should appreciate how hard you work to help the Abbey. Almost everyone in town works hard, though. I do, but I've been working on sketches late at night, and... Andreas, this is about more than your success in this life. There is enough... Oh my, what a blessed day to receive such an illustrious visitor. Master Maler, this is Lorenz, Baron of Rothvogel, a great lord from the country near Worms. Prosperous imperial free city in the western part of the empire, located on the Rhine River. Worms has been the site of many imperial diets. I think that's how you pronounce it, because I don't think you call it worms. Good to see you, Father Thomas. It is nice to be remembered fondly. I only wish all of your neighbors were as welcoming. Well, yes. What brings you back to our little town? My wife and I were returning from a trip to Venice. We spent a few days in Innsbruck, and it was terribly dull. Venice, I already know what Venice, but... One of the most powerful republics in the Italian peninsula, sitting on the northwest coast of the Adriatic Sea, Venice is a major center for commerce and art in southern Europe. And Innsbruck, capital of the Austrian county of Tyrol and major stop on the Imperial Road connecting Italy and Bavaria. It is the closest major city to Kiersau Abbey and Tassing. Notably, it was also the site of the witch trials in 1858, so 1485. So only about 33 years ago there were witch trials. I mean, it has a certain charm common to these alpine cities, but the place was crawling with nobles for the Emperor's diet. An imperial diet is an assembly of... I figured this was the diet they meant. 3 colleges of the imperial estates of the Holy Roman Empire, the prince electors, the princes and dukes, and representatives of the imperial cities. They meet to deliberate on matters of importance to the empire. The emperor? Was he there? Did you see him? Oh, briefly, but he was sitting for a portrait at the time. Quite lovely. I didn't want to bother him or the painter. Who is the artist, my lord? I'm sure you know him. An older man from Nuremberg with enough of a reputation to paint the emperor. I'm sorry, my lord. I'm not sure who you mean. Have you not heard of Albrecht Dürer? Pity. I thought he was known across the empire. So, that's a fun name drop. Albrecht Dürer is really cool. Renowned painter and printmaker from Nuremberg, he is revered in Venice as well as across the Holy Roman Empire. Since 1512, he has enjoyed the patronage of Emperor Maximilian I. Yep, I've actually been to his house in Nuremberg. It's really cool, and his self-portraits are fantastic. He kind of was one of the linchpins of the Northern Renaissance, of the Northern European Renaissance, as far as I can remember. Anyway, my wife wanted to stay a bit longer in Innsbruck, and I decided to ride ahead to make a visit to Kiersau. I heard Father Matthias died shortly after my last visit, of course. Abbot of Kiersau before Father Gurno, widely respected by the monks and nuns as well as the people of Tassing, known for his kindness and his love of books. I would have gotten along with him. A great loss for the abbey and for us all. Indeed. By good fortune, I recently came across a copy of the Storia Tasfie he was reading during my last visit, which is an account of the early history of Tassing, Kiersau's previous abbot. Father Matthias had a copy. Baron Rothvogel brought another to the abbey as a gift. Oh, that's sweet. Father Matthias was helping to find a second copy to corroborate the contents of the first. It contains some fascinating details about the history of this place. I'm afraid they might even cause a bit of scandal. Ah, yes. But they must be off. There will be time enough to discuss Tassing's past later. I feel like that's gonna come up as a mystery type thing. I need to actually read the name of the rose. Also, those horses look bizarre, I'm just realizing. I commissioned this manuscript from the Abbey through Father Gurno and have come to check on its progress. I don't know Gurno yet, I don't think. That gentleman, yep. Oh, my lord, if you have come to see your manuscript, you should speak with young Master Maler here. Not quite a true master yet. I still have to marry and be approved by our city council. Andreas is a journeyman artist from Nuremberg. For the next few months, he's also helping in the Abbey's scriptorium. Which I know what that is, but it's a room for writing, illustrating, and illuminating manuscripts. Though typically associated with monasteries, they have disappeared from almost all abbeys by the 16th century. A Nuremberger artist working in an abbey scriptorium? In 1518? Oh, we should talk, Andreas. I must know the story. Surely my lord will find little entertainment or companionship in me. I have yet to judge the quality of your entertainment, though it sounds like we're off to a bad start. I didn't mean that, sorry. Thank you for the introduction, Father Thomas. Come to supper at the Abbey tonight. I was trying to be humble. Come on. Did the Abbot invite me? Oh, don't worry about it, Father. Just show up after Vespers. What is he going to do? Refuse us? Refuso us. Excellent. We will see you then. Miklaus, I'm dismounting. Run ahead and take the horses to the Abbey's guest houses. I'd like to take my time talking with Master Maler. I'll meet you there. At once, my lord. So then, a journeyman from Nuremberg. Forgive me for saying so, but you seem a little old to not yet be a master. You said you were unmarried? No, I'm not married, but in truth I came to my vocation later than my father and brothers. I was in university for a number of years at Erfurt, one of the most populous cities in the empire, and is located near its heart. It's been home to a respected university since 1379 and is a center for humanist thought. Is that where Frankfurt will become? Erfurt, wonderful. The same university as Martin Luther. Have you read his works? Tremendous mind. Yeah, I know Martin Luther. Priest and professor of theology at the University of Wittenberg, controversial for his opinions on church's sale of indulgences to forgive sin, which were recently published and distributed throughout the empire. Okay, so this is before the... Right, this is... Right, I think this is before the Reformation, so, like, the church hasn't split off. The churches haven't split yet. So, interesting. I wonder if that'll play a part. He says things about the church that should have been said years ago. Might get him into trouble, but he's a brave, brilliant man. Wait, you may have even met him, did you? You must tell me. Ah, no, he was a few years ahead of me. His ideas do seem fascinating. I agree, wholeheartedly. I simply must meet him if I get the chance. I wonder if the good brothers of the Abbey have heard of him. Perhaps they have even read his list of 95 theses against the church. Yeah. A list of propositions against the church's practice of selling indulgences for the remission of sin, written in 1517 by Martin Luther. Yep, so only about a year ago. Father Matthias was not above having a lively debate. I hope Father Gernot does not disappoint in that regard. But enough about Luther for now. Tell me about your university studies. Forgive me, Baron, but did you attend university? You seem very well educated. Ah, no, my family is merely wealthy enough to have provided me with all of the books and tutors a child could dream of. I love all knowledge, from Aristotle and Cicero to Ficino and Erasmus, and everyone in between, and yet to come. Alright, here's we go. 4 names. We'll start from the top. Aristotle, Greek philosopher and student of Plato, renowned as a polymath. He wrote on a wide variety of subjects. His work is extensively cited by current scholars, and even more work is attributed to him than he could ever have written. Erasmus of Rotterdam, a Dutch priest and philosopher who is preeminent amongst northern humanists. He is known for his works in Latin and Greek, as well as his calls for reform within the church. Ficino. Marsilio Ficino was a 15th century Italian priest and humanist who is one of the leading figures of the Italian Renaissance. He is well known for his translations of the work of Plato into Latin. I didn't know him. Cicero. Statesman, scholar, lawyer, and renowned orator of the late Roman Republic. He is revered, not reversed, both for his contributions to Latin literature and his skill at rhetoric. I may have misjudged the Baron. It seems he is as well-read as any university student. In truth, I am simply happy to speak with another well-educated man. Now then, did you earn your doctorate? Whoa. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Why did that change? No, I didn't. Only a master's degree. I started working toward a doctorate, but didn't finish. Oh, that's a shame. Well, what was your area of study? Here we go. So we got theology. Andreas has a strong understanding of Catholic theology, biblical knowledge, canon law, heresies, and similar subjects. Imperial law. Andreas knows the basics of the fractured systems of law that govern the various states of the Holy Roman Empire. Medicine. Andreas is familiar with the basics of human biology, medicine, and illness. I mean, since he's working for an abbey, I think theology would be a good one. Theology, as odd as that may seem. Not odd at all. It's a good field of study if you want a position in the church. My late uncle was the abbot of Fulda. I spent many hours reading the manuscripts in their library with his permission. Fulda is a town built around an old Benedictine abbey near the center of the empire. Fulda's abbots are imperial princes and wield great power. Whoops. He was a pious enough man, I suppose, but he wielded great power from that abbey. You! If I had any faith, I would have prayed you'd never show your face here again. Curse you, Lorenz Rothvogel. Perkta's dogs tearing you to pieces would be too kind of fate. Oh, that was... These Russet communities display a shocking lack of hospitality, don't you think? What was that about? Who knows? By the time I finish guessing, the old crone will probably be dead. Well, what of your early time in university? Every student must study at the trivium and quadrivium. Represent the lower and upper divisions of classical liberal arts. University, Latin, grammar, logic, and rhetoric form the trivium. Arithmetic, geometry, music, and astronomy form the quadrivium. Wow, it's cool that they even got that in. Did you have a favorite subject? Pick a background. Oh god, more. So, Andreas has a strong command of Latin grammar and vocabulary. He can also easily recall Sententia Antiquae, quoted words of wisdom from the Roman Republic. Logician, Andreas instinctively thinks through the implications of information as he receives it, is adept at spatial analysis, and he can easily perform complicated calculations in his head. Orator, Andreas is skilled at Rhetoric University. He is a skilled teacher, persuader, and public speaker. Occultist, knows a soul-endangering amount of theoretical and practical knowledge on alchemy, astrology, theurgy, necromancy, and various magical rites and ceremonies. Heavens and Earth. Andreas knows a great deal about the constellations, heavenly bodies, and their movements. He is also familiar with various plants and animals from study and personal experience. I would say probably occultist, logician, or Latinist seem like... I'm not really as interested in the heavens and earth thing as much. It doesn't seem like it would fit him. But for when it comes to what I've chosen for theology, could be occultist could be fun. Occultist could be really fun, actually. Well, I'm gonna leave this one up to the die again. So, where's my die? Alright. 1 through 5 are the things. On 6, it is a reroll. 2, Logician. Do I want that, actually? I kind of like that, but, like, I want something that fits with the theology aspect, so... Ooh, these are all hard. This is actually really hard. Let's go with occultist. It kind of fits with, like, the religious vibe and, like, the theology study. I use my access to the university's library to pursue more esoteric interests. Oh? Esoteric how? Mystical texts, books on alchemy, invoking spirits, divination, purely academic, of course. Of course. I started with Ficino's Corpus Hermeticum, and my interest only deepened from there. Compilation of 17 religious and philosophical treatises encompassing the soteriology of Hermes' Trismegistus, or thrice great Hermes. The centuries-old texts reflect Egyptian, Greek, and Jewish traditions and ideas that were translated into Latin in the late 15th century by Marsilio Ficino and Ludovico Lazzarelli. Quite interesting, Andreas. I'll make some time to speak with you more on this topic during my stay. I look forward to it, my lord. And your other studies, was there anything else you excelled at? Ooh, so I can do more. Ooh, so I can do more. Neat. Let's see. I mean, like, Latin would be some... I mean, it would be good for him to be a Latinist, too, since a lot of the stuff is in Latin. But, at the same time, it would be cool to have him just be, like, this guy who can also do these crazy, like, quick calculations in his head like that. That'd be really fun. Because I always play orator characters all the time, because I think it's really fun. But, it would be cool to try to see what I can do without that orator ability. So let's go Logician. That actually sounds fun. Thinks through the implications of information as he receives it, is adept at spatial analysis, and can easily perform complicated calculations in his head. Logic, geometry, and arithmetic. Quite interesting for an artist. Was Aristotle's Organon the foundation of your study? Yes, the Organon for logic and Euclid's Elements for geometry, but the past few centuries have yielded wonderful new texts on logic. Euclidean geometry. Mathematician of ancient Alexandria, he is recognized as the father of geometry and is most well known for his book of Elements, the foundation of all universe. I feel like, since he's working on something for the Abbey, like, it would make sense that he would also have, like, spatial awareness and, like, geometry and all this other stuff, especially if he's, like, doing craftsing. Peter Abelard provided the foundation of scholastic philosophy and established the primacy of Aristotle's work. Peter Abelard. 12th century French teacher, philosopher, and theologian. He is known for his philosophical work in logic and his theological work in atonement theory. He is also remembered for his love affair with a student, the renowned Benedictine nun, abbess, and scholar, Eloise d'Argentoul. God, I'm gonna get these names. I'm butchering these names so bad. The Englishman William of Ockham gave us the Summa Logica, arguing nominalism against Platonic realism. Oh god. 13th and 14th English century 13th and 14th century English Franciscan philosopher and theologian, known for his commentaries on Peter Abelard's 4 books of sentences, his defense of apostolic poverty, and his writings on faith and reason. And of course, Thomas Aquinas gave us the tools to employ both faith and reason in the pursuits of truth. Yeah. All monks and friars, of course, a great deal of work to force Aristotle to fit within the church's vision of truth. Is that so wrong? I question that these great men should have had to wrestle logic into what the church established by fiat and force. Bufiat. I was like, what the fuck is bufiat? Ah, there's the abbey. I have good memories of this place, and of Father Matthias. I was sad to hear of his passing. How did you come to know him? How did you come to know of Kiersau at all? My family have been patrons of Kiersau for, oh, I don't know how many generations. Some years ago I heard that Kiersau still had a wonderful library and artisans. Professional artists have taken over most manuscript production, so I was shocked to find an active scriptorium here. Well, there's not... the artists that remain here are quite talented, if a bit old-fashioned. Well, Kiersau is more than a bit old-fashioned. Some of my friends think I'm mad for commissioning a manuscript from an abbey in this day and age. But, well, my family have been patrons of Kiersau for generations. It seems wrong to stop now while they are still talented here. I commissioned a manuscript through Father Gournot a year ago. I thought I would stop by and check on the progress. Wait, are you the artist working on it? It's a prayer book with 20 illustrations. I know the work, but no, I do know the artist well, the Venerable Brother Piero. How venerable? He still has his wits and his skills, if that's what concerns you. Brother Piero has an incredible talent with calor, which I don't know what calor is. Color. Oh my god. Then I very much look forward to seeing it. Time to visit the Abbey.